done landscaping each weekend, I need help after bending and digging in the yard. Fortunately, my friend dug up the benefits of CBD, and I found the Diamond CBD was the best in the business.
When I'm stressed, I use Diamond CBD to relax, and when I'm in pain, I use Diamond CBD to feel better. When I can't sleep, I use Diamond CBD to rest. Diamond CBD is my best friend.
Sometimes I cannot fall asleep at night. I hate taking any medication. When I discovered that a natural sleep aid is CBD. Thanks to Diamond CBD, there are no more restless nights.
Unfortunately, I have a very heavy menstrual cycle, and the cramps actually used to stop me from leaving my house. But luckily, that's not the case anymore since I've started using Diamond CBD to ease those cramps. So I just really wanted to say quickly, thanks so much, Diamond CBD. Diamond really is a girl's best friend.
Testimonials don't lie. Diamond CBD oil works. Trading under the ticker symbol POTN, this stock is truly undervalued and ready to soar. Buy low, sell high. Diamond CBD oil, it works. Trading below its recent high, POTN is incredible value. Don't miss out. Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's boy Sal back in the building, man. We are back into the building. Where's my chart at? Let me see. Where's my chart at? There we go. All right. Thank you for joining us to episode, this should be, I think, 131. This is episode 131. Let's go ahead and get things started here. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's going on right now. I mean, I'm shocked. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why investors are overreacting right now in marijuana. What's going on, everybody in the chat room? Yeah, that's one good thing from the show here. Kenny Dutton, GIGL. Yes, what's going on, everybody? People in the chat room. Prolix, what's up, man? Q to Mayo, Tristan. Tristan called out my clicking in the background there. I actually got a silent mouse on the way. I got a silent mouse, so you guys won't be able to hear my fucking clicking in the background. What's going on, Donzel Essex? All right, Mr. Patterson, Henry Ramos, Town Biz, Show Enough. Stock Diva, hello, Queen. How are you in the building? All right. Michael JP, Jordan Luther. What's going on, man? Luther. DeYon Jackson. Stock God, Eric Miller in the building. Yeah, man. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Penny Stock Guru. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, man, you know, I don't know. I mean, the good stocks with actual operations, the good penny plays with actual operations are losing. Today, anyway, they did. You know, the MJNAs of the world. You know, MJNA down there nearly 10%. CBIS. You know, CANN. Who else? MJ. Obviously, I talked about MJNA. MJ. Oh, well, that was sideways. But all the ones that are running are the ones that shouldn't be running. You know, OWCP. That shouldn't be running that aggressively. And people saying, well, I sound like a hater. Yes, I do. I am a hater. Because you guys know I don't like talking about companies with no real operations. And that's the situation we have with OWCP. Look up the facts. Look up the facts at $2.70. Actually, we touched $3 again today. The company has no operations whatsoever. Nothing, has nothing absolutely going for it. We're running now at $2.70 like a NASDAQ stock. I think it has a market cap now of what? What's the market cap now? $300 million with no revenues and no operations? Come on. Yes, I'm a hater right now. It's crazy. So when I talk about companies like POTN, that's one of the cheapest plays out there right now in the sector. When I talk about, FUTL, when I talk about, MJNA, SRNA, I mean, these are companies with real operations that are doing things. They shouldn't be taking the bait for what happened last week and that we haven't gotten confirmation for this week. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse about it. But again, my play for this week, I'm still looking forward to is POTN. The news we're supposed to get supposedly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is supposed to make this stock rock out with its cock out. So I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful. Okay? I'm looking for some impactful, powerful news coming with this one. And yes, we have tomorrow, Donald Trump is having his budget speech to Congress tomorrow. He having this speech to Congress. Obviously, it's I've already, seen a couple articles about the budget. It's very heavy in defense, very heavy in national security and law enforcement, right? It's pretty heavy in both of those. Yeah. Well, yeah, the news on POTN is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What's going on, Coralie? The beautiful Coralie in the building. Yeah. Today was your day to enter. So we'll see. But like many of these plays, MJNA, I can't believe it. The classic MJNA. I'm looking at the marijuana index right now. There was only one stock that was double digits today. That was one stock that was double digits. The rest were down. The rest were down for the most part. I'm looking for something shocking here. That CVSI. This is CVSI down almost 10%. I couldn't believe it. So, ladies and gentlemen, my line is open. My line is open. And as you guys already know, the number is on the screen, 305-600-2896. Again, thank you to all the people in the chat room. Yeah, USEI was nice day today for USEI. They're buying those singles, man. They're buying those singles, those triples. All right, those triples are being bought up in USEI. So it'll be back to double digits. But again, man, that's again, I'm looking for that like May and June, July. I'm way down the road in that. I'm trying to get my 500%, my 1,000%. I'm tired of everybody else getting it. I'm tired of celebrating everybody else's victory. I need my 1,000%. Yeah, shout out to Prolix and AMD. AMD was a huge runner. AMD was a huge runner today. We were talking about AMD, Prolix. I had sent a deal to Prolix. I was saying, hey, man, do you think this could do $14 this week? Who would have thought? Who would have thought that, less than a week from when I presented that to you, Prolix, and people in the Discord room, that's why join us in the Discord room is so important, we'd be at $15.20. And if you remember, Prolix, this was a stock that not too long ago was down. It was pulling back pretty strongly. It was pulling back pretty strongly about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, well, shout out to Stock God and all those who are making money on CNBX. That's another scam. CNBX is another scam. Another, penny stock with no operations and no real business. But shout out to the people who are making money in it. Shout out to the people making money in it, man. That's another scam. No revenues, nothing. 847, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy? It's your guy, Tim. How are you?
Doing good. All right, Tim, what you got for us, man?
Hey, man, I've been loading that, I added a couple 100,000 today of that pot end. I'm looking for some big things this week. I've been hearing from multiple sources that something big's coming. So I wanted to give you a shout out for that. I've been able to get a lot of shares of the penny range before it goes much higher, man. So good looking out on that. And the other question I wanted to ask you, man, I'm loaded to the boat in USEI, okay? And I am excited because I know I'm tired of being that guy that doesn't get in a triple subby. And when it goes to a penny or two, everybody's making hundreds and hundreds of thousands. So I was just curious if, you think down the road or in the next week or couple days you might have even another triple subby coming.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, again, USEI was something I called out like two and a half weeks ago now.
Okay.
At 0006, and then we ran to 12 as people got positions. We're down now, but again, this is another one that just recently went current. I'd always like people to check out the interview the CEO did that's posted on YouTube. I should post it on my channel. I'm afraid he's gonna trademark it or some shit like that. But other than that, man, I expect great things out of the stock as the year progresses. So that's why I'm looking to take the long view on USEI, because especially when I look at stocks like FUTL and some of those recent runners that don't have as much of a following. So I'm playing the long boat on that one. But POTN, man, again, I'm just hoping for that the news that comes out over the next couple of days is strong and brings in the buyers.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm really excited for the fact that I got in on Friday and some people got in today at a discount. So we'll see what happens, man.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I've seen all those triple subbies running lately. If you see anything come about, I'd like you to let us all know because I know you always know first. So I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you for the call, bro.
All right, bye.
All right, man. So shout out to 646 for the call, man. Shout out to the call. Yeah, look, everybody wants the triples, man. I get it. Everybody wants the triples, and we'll stay, on the look for the triples. We'll stay on the lookout for it, man. And if you guys see some triples too, call us up, man. Call us up if you see some triples and you think it's going to move. Let me know. All right? Because that's what this show is about, is finding those hidden gems, preferably before they run, right? Preferably before they run, so we're not, buying somebody else's profits. That's why we like to make these calls here early and get you guys positioned to win. And myself as well. 646, you're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, 646. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah. Yeah, this is Life for what you call it? Life for TV.
All right.
My first time calling.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I wanted to know what you thought about MBRX.
MBRX. Never heard of this one. This is relatively new. What it was MB. All right, so you tell me a little bit about it. How did you come across it? What do you like about it?
I've actually seen a few people talking about this on certain blogs that I'm registered to, and they're saying it's going to go to maybe $2. So I'm thinking about trying to get at least a few $100s in this one.
All right. So this is biotech play. Did they mention, is there anything in the pipeline coming up? Do they have any clinical stage or preclinical, data that
It
might
says
be coming
something.
out?
It says some news is supposed to be coming out later this week.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty down there right now at $1.20. Looks like you've had support there in the past. 17% day to day already. I mean, okay, I don't like buying people's gains, but let me see here based on what it did today on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so heavy buying toward the end of the day. What is that about? All right, not
definitely,
bad,
man.
not bad. Appreciate it,
Thanks,
man.
Al.
Thanks for the call, bro. All right, so 646 calling up. A lot of buying into the close. That's very suspicious, man. That's very, very suspicious when you start seeing that kind of crap. So just take that with a grain of salt, man. Take that call with a grain of salt because I don't know, somebody trying to flip on you or some shit like that. So just be careful with that. Yeah, be careful with that. All right. Well, you got to remember, Jack, CETX was the situation where last week the CEO came out and did a little, conference call about how he was going to sue this person and that person about, shit they talked about the company about, claims of improprieties. Sinclair AVP up 0.44. Let me know what's going on there. I don't see much going on. Sinclair, let me know. 614, you're on the air.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? What you got for us? Hey, you
What
there?
do you got for me? No. What's your
All
budget?
right, man. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. All right. It's crazy, man. Can't even do it right. It's so goofy, man. So goofy. Anyway, what's next? PULM? PULM? Let me see here. Life is so precious. So to waste your time to call in the show like you ain't got shit to do, bro. That's just sad, man. I'm always on the hustle. Let me see here. PULM 458 a share. Man, PULM is running again. Is running again. Is running again. This stock will just not give up, bro. Let me see here. PULM. So it pulled back a little bit from the beginning. If you guys remember, this was a stock that was running the beginning of the month. And then it pulled back, and sure enough, we got to a low where buyers wanted to come in, and now we are back at 458. This wasn't, let me see here. Okay, so 497 was, actually the actual liftoff last time was like 2 something. So if we do lift off, we're lifting off at a much higher price. Lifting off at a much higher price. And Adam, you're absolutely right. No news. What's going on, Master 82? What's going on, man? Yeah, so many tickers. I get it. USMJ. USMJ. This it's not really doing anything right now. This is a sideways day for USMJ, North American Cannabis Group. And again, this are opportunities to go long. USMJ right now, sideways day for that stock. I think, the day before, which was Friday, was probably your best day to get in. Because Friday you had dipped for a second in the 777s, 888s. We'll see what happens with the stock for the rest of the week. MKAU junk run. Well, MKAU is hot right now, man. I mean, MKAU with their Clicklia software. A lot of people are expecting big things out of MKAU. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I've already gone heavy in USCI. I don't even want more. I'm already now almost practically. I'm in the millions already, multiple millions. And you got to remember, when you buy triples, right? When it comes time to sell, you can't crash the stock with putting everything on the. You got to literally put it in pieces. You see what I'm saying? You got to sell out in blocks. So if you get in too heavy, and let's say you ride it all the way till shit, 0060, right? Now you're sitting on, I don't know, 10, 12 million shares. You can't sell till, because you won't get a bid, you know? And if you do get a bid, you're probably going to have to be selling at some discounts. So you'll have to end up selling in blocks. So you don't want to go too heavy, but you don't want to go too light where your return isn't, you know. That's why I always suggest people, you know, you never really want to cross like $1,000 on the bid, you know, $1,000 worth, you know, because you got to understand, you're going to turn around and sell that to somebody else. All right, what else you guys are looking at right now, man? You are EI, Agrigo, Bovash. Let me know what's going on with this one, man. Let me know what is going on with EURI, OTC pink stock that is in compliance. In compliance, up nearly 10% today, 1 million shares traded. All right, average is about 800,000. Euro, agriculture and agriculture industries. Okay. Let me know what's going on with that one, man. But yeah, let's talk about that GIGL. Again, we've talked extensively about GIGL. I mentioned it on Friday's show as well as Thursday's. You know, GIGL, you know, kid-themed restaurant based out of LA, #1 family-friendly restaurant in the city of Los Angeles. All right, ranked #1. Yes, it's a real operation, a real business. You can go there right now. Take your kid there tomorrow, business hours, play around. Award-winning. They got some real things going on over there, and now trading at 15 cents a share. You know, which shit, this was a company that was, you know, below a nickel last Wednesday. Shit, you can go back to February 1st. We were talking about below a penny. Below a penny. So very much for some individuals in GIGL, they're up well over, you know, 400, 500% in the stock. Okay. Yeah, you can spread GIGL out a little bit and see where it's definitely been coming from. All right. Incredible run right now. Kenny Dutton, you believe it's going to continue to run. Kenny, if you believe that, let me know. Give me a call up. My lines are open right now. Give me a call and let me know why you believe that. Okay. Let me see here. ADHD. ADHD is a biotech play, which I hope, Gerardo, do they have something to do with ADHD? Do they have something to do with that? Nice gain today, double-digit gain. Let me know why. Let me know why. And Cruz Cuts, man, U.S. Stem Cell. This is a stock that always kind of goes out of its little, you know, runs here and there. USRM, U.S. Stem Cell. It's a stem cell play. This is also a stock that ran really aggressively. I think we can go back to like, you know, during Obama days, early Obama days. They had a couple like healthcare runs at the beginning, and as you can see back in the, you know, Obama days, ran really, really aggressively. You know, obviously, I think the stock may have reverse split, so these prices look a little funny. But it did run very aggressively way back when. So it's a stock that's been around for a very long time. It's been around for a very long time. So, you know, it kind of almost deserves this run. Been beat up for a really long time, too. And speaking about beat up, you guys need to take a look at Dries, which is up after hours. I'm continuing to watch that. Thank you, Bruce Cole, for CBay. Bruce Cole bringing up CBay. And you guys, again, you know, let us know why they're running. Let us know why they're running. But shout out to CBay. CBay, nearly, 4 days straight of losses, turns it around today with a 12% gain on the stock. CBay turns it around after 4 days of gains, and you're practically back to where you dropped off at, as you can see on the chart there. As you can see on the chart, you're practically back to where you dropped off at. 329 right now on CBay. Okay. All right. Somebody says USEI is dead. Let's start talking about it. Okay, well, I mean, that's what you could have said for every chart in this we just pulled up. You know, you could have said that about every chart we just pulled up. USRM. We just talked about USRM, dude. This was a 0004 stock. Now we're at 2 cents a share. Was that dead? Look where it is now. Sorry if I sound irritated. I don't mean to sound irritated. It's just fuckers don't know how to play penny stocks. And I'm fucking irritated because, again, the good companies aren't running. And I hate being down on anything. Dries is probably going to run tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, half you can say half these companies are dead. If you want to go by, you know, then 90% of these companies are dead. Then don't watch the show. Just go to sleep. You know, if that's you know your logic. NAK is dead. It is what it is. It's dead. All right. And NAK, honestly, I don't believe that. I think NAK just needs to get Trump to sign the bill now. Prolix, I think you would agree with me on that. They just need to get Trump to sign the agreement, let them go and build whatever the fuck they want to build out there in Alaska. Just let them go let them go do it. Because at this point, I don't think there's anything NAK can say. I don't think there's anything they can produce, any kind of paperwork. They just need to get Trump to approve it, signed, sealed, delivered, and let the stock run. You know? I think that's what has to happen now. 317, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, man? My name's Matt. By the way, man, I'm a huge fan of yours. You showed me a lot of stuff with your videos. Huge.
Appreciate it.
I wanted to ask you a question. I'm still learning. I've been, doing my due diligence for the past, few months, checking on, stocks. I'm really big into the whole marijuana stock thing, hoping that it explodes here in the next month or two. Mm-hmm. I've been looking into shorting stock, and again, when I mean by beginner, I really mean I'm a beginner. But
sure.
I know the whole, how it works and everything. But something I've recently learned is, how promoters, do the whole pump and dump thing, and pretty much get it going, and it just falls. But is there any way to play against that to actually, I guess, buy into a stock for gains instead of loss?
Sure. I mean, if you're looking to play into a promotion, obviously you would follow, that promoter's email list. There are certain people that are better than others. Some people's lists are bigger than others. There are also as well surprises. As I've always advocated, you would set up a second email address that would be specifically for this, because the emails are nonstop. Simply go to Google after you set up the email address, type in penny stocks, and literally sign up for anything you can get. And start kind of rating guys. See, hey, when they put out this alert, this is how the stock moves. This is the kind of volume they deliver. This is what happened to the stock after. This is how long it continued to run. And then kind of figure out who, you can see yourself, being able to trust with your money, to gain, because you never know how high some of these things can go. So as for shorting, I mean, that's always dangerous to short, these penny stocks that are under promotion, especially when you look at a stock that's really hot right now, OWCP. In this chart, many times you could have looked at that and said, oh, well, I could short this. And then, you'd find yourself running for your life the very next morning. So Shorting is, penny stocks that are being promoted is always a real dangerous thing. Of course, you always have to find stocks with a lot of meat on the bone, so preferably penny stocks that are over $1 because you got to put the 250 down, right? The 250 rule. So for every share you short, you got to put down $2.50. So with that being said, you got to find one that's got a lot of meat on the bone that you can work all the way down. So OWCP right now, is prime target, but it's still running. That's the problem. So it's really dangerous right now to touch. But yeah, following them, get yourself an email address, sign up for as many as you want. Shorting them, just make sure, there's meat on the bone and there's good volume.
Well, man, you answered it, dude. You're the man. I appreciate you taking my call.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man. All right. Shout out to 317. Thanks for the call, man. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta have to set up a separate email address and just, sign up for as many as you can, man. And that'll be a database for you in the future. When you see a stock that's running, now you've got 4,000. I got like 20,000 emails over the course since 2012. When a stock is running, I just go to that Gmail, I type in the ticker, I can see when it was being talked about, who talked about it last, go exactly to the chart, how much volume was pushed, what happened there. So it becomes literally an encyclopedia for you that grows every single day. All right? Appreciate the call, man. 928, what's up?
Yo, what up, Sal? It's Kenny Dutton. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up with you, man? I know you got that GIGL, man, you really excited about. How far you think this can go?
Well, here's the deal. Now, they paid, they had a convertible note, and I don't want to get overly technical with people, but what a convertible note is just seed money from investors. And the fact that they were able to pay that back, and also, when you're a penny stock company, they've been able to delay valuations because they needed more data points. Now, one of the key data points that you mentioned is that it's number one of organic restaurants or Chuck E. Cheese type healthy restaurants for kids in LA. LA has like 3 million people. That's huge.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've been able to pay back their loan, as you can see, the stock is a reflection of that. They've got more data points. They're winning in the competition of the other competitors in their environment, which I don't know of the other ones. I think it's a solid play for a long. I think this can go as much as $1 because I think when you start places like San Diego and things like that, if they start to move into those areas, I think it's going to be a wrap. I think they're going to really run.
Yeah,
so,
the stock broke out its 52-week high today, so you're at new levels for the stock, and I have no doubt in my mind it probably was going to continue to run based on that alone today. Right now, market value of just 15 million. So you're not in outrageous crazy territory right now in GIGL. So okay, upscale, family friendly atmosphere, as I said. So I mean, yeah, man, if you're insiderly here, you might be able to get another nickel, 10 cents or more. But yeah, of course, I'd love to see it go to $1 if it can.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to come down today, but so I could buy more. But I don't think it's going to come back down for a while. So I think I'm going to just have to swallow my pride and just go ahead and buy it at its current prices while it's actually running up. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good play, man. I know I'm already in it, but I'm not in it as much as I want to be. So there's a lot more shares to purchase here. But I was hoping that it was going to come down a little bit today, but it kept rising. So
let me ask you something. When you first went in, did you want to go in heavier than you originally did, but you were kind of scared a little bit?
Well, I was trying to decide between this and CVIS. I kind of just said, I throw about $500 at this.
Okay.
And I did the other 500 at CVIS, which I've got a ridiculous amount of shares with CVIS.
Sure.
So I didn't really see this. I was like, I'll try this. It sounds like it's a good deal. They got something good going on here, but as it started running, of course, hindsight is 2020. You're always like, damn, what if I would have took that extra and put it towards here? Because I caught it at like 8 cents. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm up. I'm almost, you know, double what I put in. But man, I wish I would have put more in. I didn't see this coming, and then, you know, you start seeing the reviews, and then financially they're sound. I mean, they're paying their loans back. They're good. So I think this is going to run, man. I really do. So I'm looking to. I tell you what, I'm going to buy a lot tomorrow. I'll tell you that much.
Right.
Irregardless if it goes up or down, I'm buying. I'm going to go heavy tomorrow.
All right,
and
man.
we'll watch the next few weeks.
All right. But is there anything else you're looking at right now besides them two?
I was looking at what was that, ACOL as well.
You said
Actually, a friend of mine told me
ACLL?
about this one. ACOL.
Okay, ACOL. Okay, ACOL. Yeah, ACOL is an old runner. That's pulled back. That's pulled back some. So that could be looking to test some things again. Got to as high as a nickel, and that was another stock that was started out triple in the triples, 0006, 0007, and got up.
Sir.
Yeah, well over 1,200, 1,300% on ACOL in a matter of, I think it was like just a matter of 45 days or so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I mean, I know the market is down, but I mean, I'm hoping it stays down a little bit so I can buy more shares. I mean, I don't see this as a bad thing. I know people are losing their mind here.
Yeah.
But this is when you make your money.
That's true. That's very true. It's not fun for the people who are watching their money go down, but it's but if you're standing on the sidelines right now, this is the time you really need to be snatching some of these up. I mean, especially the old winners. I mean, the CBISs of the world, MJNAs, the ones that when things and sentiment turns around, they're gonna move with the tide. So,
yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, Warren Buffett says it all the time. When people are running for their life, that's when you be greedy. And
that's right.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah. So appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right. So 928, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. And look, I gotta give him the yodel because he was on GIGL. He was the one I think that brought it up last week. I gotta give him the yodel, but he brought it up last week. Yeah, more peace, exactly, man. More peace, you remember? Yeah, actually more peace. You know what? Yeah, I think it was you, more peace. I think it was you. Although more peace, you don't really call too much. 610, you're on the air. What's up?
So, this is Ken, Penny Hat Stocks.
Hey, what's up? What's up with you, man?
You got it. I'm heading out to Cali to do that video.
Oh, for GIGL.
Yeah.
So are you pushing for them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've been on the low lately. I've been doing a little private stuff, so
Okay. So I mean, tell me about it, man. I mean, I know you can't give up all the details. This, ladies and gentlemen, for those guys who don't know, this is Penny Hat Stocks, and I don't see you on Twitter that much. Like you said, you've been doing some things on the low. But,
on the low, man, on the low. I got a couple red flags, so I had to take it easy a little bit after that closer piece. But we made some money.
Sure. So now with this GIGL, or can you tell us, are we to expect any kind of interesting developments moving forward?
Some news going to drop soon. Expect a pullback for the next couple of days. Okay. So you can go ahead and jump in. Definitely be a pullback. Let's say tomorrow, going into Thursday, a little slight pullback, and then it's going to run again. And then some news is going to definitely drop. Okay. I can't tell you what the news is, of course.
Sure.
Sure. But there's some heavy hitters behind it. We're expecting 35 cent, 45 at max.
Damn.
The dollar range, give or take, if they push it right and do what they're supposed to do, but expect that 35, that 25, 35 cent.
Okay, yeah.
Max out at 45.
You definitely gonna need people to hit the bid on that one, man. If you got that kind of, buyers behind it, then sure, yeah, that's definitely gonna be very, very possible for GIGL. Still relatively, low on the market cap, so nobody's gonna be scared out just yet.
Correct.
Not bad, man. So what else you got for us, man? Obviously, you're pushing GIGL. Is there anything else you're
Man,
working on right now?
I'm working on a couple of things. I'm coming back, Sal. I'm coming back, man. We definitely need to sit down and put some things together too. I know I reached out to you a couple of times, but I definitely have been working behind the scenes, making that magic happen. We got a couple of promotions coming up for the summertime as well, so I'm just gearing up, getting ready.
All right. Well, let me know, man. If the money's right, we can do it. So let's.
Oh,
let me know. Let me know. All right.
We'll follow it out. Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate it, man. That's Penny Head Stocks for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers trying to make other brothers money, Trying to get you guys to understand there's some real money to be made here, ladies and gentlemen. He's made a lot of people a lot of money in this GIGL. Kenny just got off the phone. He's wishing he got in bigger. He just talked about how the stock probably need to be pulled over. Sure enough, the guy behind GIGL calls up and says, you might get that pullback tomorrow. But they're looking to set something up really big for later on when the news drops, and possibly 20 to 30 cents behind that. So we'll see, man. I don't know. I know I got a lot of heavy hitters listening to this show. I know y'all are watching, man. I know y'all are watching. But yeah, Penny Head Stocks, if the money's right, baby, we could do it. Oh, man. But Kenny, I think Kenny's sitting pretty in that one, man. The promoter just called up and told you was sitting pretty. All right. QSIM is the ticker right now, up 22%. QSIM. Quantum Sphere, not bad, man. Quantum Sphere. What is this company a lot? I saw a young lady who just entered the chat room. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Your name passed by so fast. Uh-oh. Hold up. Uh-oh, okay. All right, I'll call you back a little later, boo. Yeah, but Simply Daya, yeah, welcome to the chat room. Welcome to the chat room. But yeah, let's talk about QSIM, Quantum Sphere. Highly inefficient chemical plants in operation. $500 ammonia. What? 500. What is Quantum Sphere about, man? Yeah, you're gonna have to let me know. That sounds like a confusing. Is it chemical supplies, industrial chemical supply company? Yeah, appreciate that. Miss Davy. All right, we got a lot of stocks to talk about today. 586, what's up?
What's up, Sal? It's Mark here again.
Yes, Mark, what's going on, Mark? I know you got something for me, man.
I got something for you, actually. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, MKAU, are you still looking to see something positive come out of that, or are you done with that?
No, I'm done with that. But you're talking about QSIM, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I brought this like probably a month ago when it ran to like 0.0015.
Yeah.
So this is like a chemical company who they have a formula. They're trying to sell it to the world about like. The ammonia. The ammonia, it's like a component that it's very needed if you want to like make your like plantation produce more. And the soil, there is a lot of bad soil in this world, but they want to like plant like crops there, so they need this ammonia. Mm-hmm. So it's I believe they have. I'm not sure why it's so cheap.
Okay.
But they have good share structure, and they have good future. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm in that stock, but I'm not sure when it will run. But so this is all about QSIM. Actually, today I believe it goes up for like 23%, something like this. But I'm still like my average is like 0.0015, so I'm still losing money there. Yeah. But I'm gonna hold for a while.
Big volume in the stock today, though. I mean, almost 55 million shares traded in the stock today. So something is up there. We'll see what happens with that.
Oh my God! If this run will be huge, Anyway, I'm not sure if you ever covered a company called Futureland Corporation.
Yeah. Okay. So Futureland, we discussed it a little bit, but it's pulled back very aggressively, though. Mark, obviously now we're basically at where the stock started off last week for a reset. And I had a guy who called up. He was really excited about it. I don't know if he's even still in the stock now. But where do you see the future for Futureland right now?
I mean, the release. First of all, the outstanding shares is 350 million, which is for this kind of price is not huge. That's fine. I mean, the float is 175 million. I believe they announced that they know for next year what strain they will plant because their harvest was not very good this year. But they're trying to sell it right now, actually, and they said that in October the next harvest will be big because they are in Colorado. That's number one.
Yep, they are.
You know that Colorado, like recreational and like medical cannabis there, it's legalized.
All approved. Yep.
Exactly. So this is why I think this has a future. So. But since you're saying it pulls back a little bit, but I mean this is good point actually
to
enter since like the 52 week range is 0.0049. Today is 0.0075. I believe this is good entry point. So.
Okay. Yeah, I think after 2 days as well. I'll see what happens with the stock today, but I think I agree with you there. Now it has a sister company. Is it the FW like DG or something like that? Yeah, FWDG, Future World. Now this one it's a sister company that I don't think the operations are as developed as Futureland, but it's a triple. It doubled today actually. Do you know anything about the sister company? Are you aware?
No.
Okay.
No, I can do some due diligence now. I mean, I have nothing to do. I'm watching you, and I can work on it too.
All right.
Say it again, please. What's the ticker?
FWDG. They were a subsidiary of Futureland. This is Future World, and they spun it off to its own company. So, but they are connected. But the Future World does this kind of its own thing.
Okay. What else? Like the third one is, I believe they will. It has to be this week, or we will be screwed up. Rocky Mountain High Brand. It has to be this week, or we'll be screwed up.
I know. I know this
tomorrow,
is your favorite.
I know
this is your favorite.
I know. Exactly. Like tomorrow is the 28th actually, right? 28th of February, and they have to close the deal with the Chinese. And I expect that they will release something before Monday. If they release that it's a done deal and they infuse some cash, watch our Rocky Mountain High Brand. I'm not going to say nothing else. I don't know nothing, but this is what I believe is going to happen.
Now, Mark, tell me a little bit, remind me a little bit about the deal with the Chinese. What do you mean deal with the Chinese? What were they looking to do?
So there is I believe the CEO, his name is Jerry Grisafi, I believe. So he's going to sell all his preferred A stock, which is, when he has a lot of stocks, he's going to be in control, but he's going to sell all the preferred A stock to Li, which is which is working on behalf on Chinese investors. He's going to sell the whole thing. So the Chinese will control 40% of the company. They will control 40% of the voting, and they started to expand there in China and Thailand and Korea and the Far East. And they have money, and they will infuse some money because, Rocky Mountain High Brand now, they cannot sell their products because they cannot manufacture products because they don't have the money to manufacture product. Even they have good idea. And actually, I ordered the last pack from Amazon a month ago. I don't know nothing about energy drink. I ordered. I'm from Michigan. I live in Michigan, so I ordered it. They ship it for me for free. Man, it's really good energy. It's not like Red Bull. If you drink Red Bull, you feel like this jitters. This one, no, it gives you you feel like life. I'm not trying to market it.
No. Go ahead. I mean, you tasted the product, and that's how it made you feel.
Exactly. I'm trying to tell you about my experience. So that's why I believe if they have someone to help them, if this Chinese people, but it's a done deal, they will. I believe. I mean, they have like 500 million probably float. 500 million, which is not small, but it's not very big too. It's not billions, but I believe it has the potential to run to 50 cents, maybe like 30 cents, maybe. But today, I believe it jumps like 3% last 5 minutes.
Okay.
355. Yeah. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but expect something from Rocky Mountain Hybrid, either very up or maybe if they don't announce this deal within a week or two, that means the share will go down.
Okay.
But if they announce it, I bet you the share will go to 30%, to 30 cents.
Whew. Man, that's well over.
Yeah, it's 11 now.
80%, yeah, from where we are. Okay, all right, we'll definitely.
Yeah, I mean it's 11. Yeah, I mean it runs before to 30.
Yeah.
It's not all time high. It was like 32 something without any. By the way, without any, they were pink. They have no product, no Chinese, no. They have actually the most important product is the water. They have this water, the Eagle Spirit water, that they're gonna change how the bottles look like. So this is big too. I mean the water is very good. I mean, not all the people drink energy drink, but all the people drink water.
Sure.
So I believe, if they have someone to help them, they can run. So when it ran to 30, there was they were pink. Now they are OTCQB, no China deal, no money, no infusion. So I believe they have potential.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right, we'll definitely see.
Hopefully.
Man. All right, Mark, appreciate it.
We'll get you like a nice BMW if that's happening.
Hey, yeah, you definitely owe me that. Appreciate it, man.
I owe you that. I owe you that. If it jumped to $2, I owe you a BMW.
There we go.
And read my lips. I owe. My phone number. If it reaches to $2, Sal, me, Mark, I'm gonna buy you a BMW.
Hey, he said it right
but
here.
It's not the 7 Series. It's the 5 Series.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's got to be at least the 540. It's got to be the 540, the one with the V8.
You get the 545.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mark. 586. I'm saving that number. He's gonna buy me that BMW one day. Might not be today or tomorrow, but Rocky Mountain High Brands could definitely do that. And plus, he didn't say if they reverse split. It don't mean he can't buy it for me. All right. So with that being said, let's keep it moving. Let's get some of these NASDAQ plays on the chart. Some of these NASDAQ plays, some of you guys are looking at HOV. HOV, Bovash, I believe is the home builder, right? I believe it's the home builder. Hovanian, yeah, Hovanian, I believe is a home builder. Am I correct? Okay, so that's the home building stock. I don't know if I'm a fan of home building right now. But if you are, let me know why. Bovash, let me know why you're a fan of home building right now. I know we recently had home sales. Home sales weren't very good last month, if I'm correct. So let me know why you feel that home builders are going to do very well as we move into the future here. I'm looking for something that's going to play off the announcement Trump is going to deliver tomorrow to Congress about his budget. So I'm really excited about possible defense spending and the fact that some of these OTC plays and NASDAQ plays, if you can find them, will run. One of them I saw in the chat room was DTII, Defense Technologies, and down 30% today, which is a good thing for somebody who wants to get in. All right, down over 30% today. Tomorrow, again, as you guys know, that's the announcement to Congress. It's going to be very heavy in defense, very heavy in new possible contracts that the federal government will be seeking from new partners. And companies like SFOR, Strikeforce Technologies, DTII, I think they're positioned to possibly run based on this hype. All right, based on this hype. So DTII, Defense Technologies Incorporated, is one of them that I want to put out there. as one to watch. There's also a sleeper triple that I want to bring up. This one, again, I put it in the Discord room, but I want to bring to your attention. It's called Identa. All right, not many people in the stock, as you can see, not many buys. All right, it's a triple. So, be careful, down 25% today alone, but just watch it. Just put it on a watch list. IDTA is the ticker. IDTA. It's a stock that, could very well do something at 0003 right now. This is a beautiful, part you want to be in at 0003. But again, let's get confirmation of the hype in defense stocks. 646, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, brother? I just called you earlier too. I wanted to know what you think about Sirius Radio, because Warren Buffett bought a bunch of it. Normally, when he buys it, it's doing pretty well. It's doing well. If you look at the past 3 months, it's just going up, going up, going up. You think it could hit maybe $10?
Well, there is no competition in the space. They're the only, if I'm correct, the only provider of satellite radio. Am I right? Because they bought XM. So
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm right? I don't think there is any other satellite radio company out there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay, so
and if he bought that, they doing well. And Bank of America won't fall too in, but Sirius, they doing pretty good, man.
Yeah, of course, there's no competition, man. And anybody who's ever bought a car that they gave you access to satellite radio, you don't ever go back to regular radio. You don't even want to. Even the idea of just going back is just blows your mind with commercials, and you don't even want to do it. So there's no competition for them in the space. I think this is a stock you got to go long in. This is not something you're going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to be up $1. As you can see, it's taken, what is this? Let's just start from January 1st. You're up, almost 60 cents from January 1st. So, it's something that you can grow your money in slowly, and if you're willing to, enjoy the bumps in the road. But I think, you're in the dominant, player in the space. There's no competition. So I don't think, how can you go wrong with this?
Definitely. All right, thanks, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't think there's any competition. Somebody brought up iHeartRadio. iHeartRadio is an app. iHeartRadio is an app. And by the way, iHeartRadio was a publicly traded company. I think they still are. But they were struggling under a massive amount of debt. I don't know if they even still trade. All right. Beaming talking about ITA. Oh no, what's that? IT? Is that ITA you're talking about? U.S. Aerospace and Defense. Okay, so this is the ETF. Yeah, the ETF is up. I think you're going to see a huge move in that. Let's see what happens with that tomorrow after hours and for the rest of the week. Yeah, that ITA is the ETF for the aerospace and defense stocks. So the branch is growing really fast. The need for tactical ballistic missile defense. Oh yeah. And some of these penny plays are going to run accordingly. Obviously, they don't all have something to offer, but again, we're not here to, be invested for 5 years. We're trying to play these momentary, moves in the stock that can generate exponential returns. All right. We're not sitting to being in here 5, 10, 12 years from now. E-Money, what's up? Series been in the $5 range since 2005. Well, the thing about it is that it's running, and it looks into since 2005. Actually, I'm not seeing that, man. I actually see here it was recently as low as $3 this summer. Pull up that Siri chart, man. It's been doing some things over the last several months. All right. So last week I brought to the family's attention that I had a stock that I was trying to reach the owners about, doing some business with, and unfortunately I just haven't been able to get a hold of them. I don't know what's going on. It is what it is. And let me bringing it to attention because it's right in the pipeline. It's literally right on the road of the whole pipeline that's supposed to be being built again and approved by the Trump administration, based in North Dakota. The company is engaged in providing water and other services to the oil field sector. So the company's name is called Bacon Water Transfer Services. I believe it could be a pipeline play. The ticker is BWTX. Very low, very, not much volume. All right, it's quiet, hasn't been doing anything. But now that I put it out there, and I know they got some promoters watching, it's going to run. Probably not tomorrow, probably not Wednesday, probably not Thursday, but now that I've put it out there, somebody's going to go put it in a forum, somebody's going to go put it in the email, and sure enough, we might see BWTX do something. But it is pink current. They did release recent quarterly report, which was in September. Whether or not they have operations or not, honestly, do your research. Not my concern is whether or not this stock can run. And BWTX is the ticker, Bacon Water Transfer Services. BWTX. Based in North Dakota, right in the path line of the pipeline. Okay. All right, we'll see. He said he just upped his stake in Apple. Well, yeah. I mean, Apple, I think it's the technology company of the future, man. Technology company of the future. Somebody brought up Pura as well. I don't know what's going on with Pura, man. I think, again, when you say what's going on with Pura, what's going on with MJNA, what's going on with Cibus, what's going on with all of these marijuana plays that have legitimate operations? 772, what's up?
What's happening, sir? What's happening?
Treasure Hunter, what's good, man? What you got for us, man?
Let me see. My plays from yesterday didn't do too bad. Let me see. AUPH, profit takers. But still not too bad, respecting that one.
Yeah, sideways there.
Yep. Still up on it. Let me see. But I did got some new plays for the day. Not too bad day in the market. HTBX.
Okay, HTB, a very familiar name. Heat Biologics. This is a NASDAQ play. Let me see here. We're at 87 cents, 8% day today. All right. So, are you playing? All right, so let me see here.
Like I just hopped on the show. I don't know which tickers you guys talked about.
No. I'm just curious. What's your reasoning for this one? What are you seeing out of this one?
Then again, like I used to do, gather for the low, and long and keep giving me profit and gains. I'm in.
Yeah.
Just did a little chart reading on it, and it seemed like it's paying off. And let me see. Another one is CP. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hang tight. So.
You're below 50 on the RSI on HTBX as well. It had a huge run in December. You had a huge run in December to about $3, and then it just gapped down and just it's just been taking a beating now for the last 90 days. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, if you're looking to do, I would read up on this for people who are interested. I'll read up on what caused that gap down of well over almost $3 of value lost. Literally instantly.
Mm-hmm. Now, hopefully it'll make it up, but if not, I still made a pretty little making out on it so far. Sure. Another one was let me see, CPRX.
CPRX.
Yes, sir.
All right. So CPRX, Catalyst Pharmaceuticals. All right, here's another one that's you're just at the 50 line on the RSI. Don't see any real strong recent action. You've been kind of funneling. I don't know, man. This hasn't really had that much of a move since November. You're in between a funnel between 95 and $1.20, and now you're actually in the midpoint of $1.13. Based on what the chart has done over the last 90 days, unless there's a real move coming out, like some real news, I'd probably pass up on this one. But I mean, we'll see what happens on it.
Yeah, now you said the same thing about the last place from yesterday. Look at them.
Well, I mean, but I mean, for this particular one, I mean, this hasn't done anything for 90 days, man. Just for 90 days, it hasn't done anything.
Yeah, for that days, but it's like it brought a little pop today. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it didn't nosedive on me, or it sent me a little change.
Oh, sure, it's you know, what I mean, based on what the chart is showing, it's got good support. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And let me see. Another one was ARWR.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I somebody brought this up here. Bovash. Look, Bovash he typed it in earlier. So you got somebody in agreement with you. The bands are really, really tight on this. I don't have it. I got another chart pulled up, but I know the bands are really tight on this one. ARWR. You had a gap down back in December, and it's been slowly closing the gap in between that gap down, as you can see right here in the chart. So it's been slowly working its way up as it closes the back, you know, that drop. Nice gain today, almost 10%. So you had a really nice stable move for the month of December. Excuse me, month of February. Slowly but surely. All right.
Yeah, so you said, I can't pronounce that, but you said Homeboy's in it too, huh?
Well, no, he just brought it up. He just brought it up. He just brought it up.
Yeah, I definitely jumped in there early kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, then again, I caught your show. Hopefully, you know, saying they're still running.
Yeah.
So far, your indicator's been pretty good, you know, except for AUPH. You know, it was pretty good on the last plays from yesterday.
Sure.
Now, hold on. What did they say about these 3 plays today? You know what I'm saying? You think they might run tomorrow or?
Well, I like ARWR. I'm not the fan of the C one that you brought up, CPRX. But I like AR, you know, WR. You know, it's got a, you know, interesting little story there. Again, you're gonna have to find out why it gapped down. But I like the fact that since the gap down, it's been working its way slowly but surely higher. You had a couple pullbacks in between, but it's you know, been maintaining itself. You know, from February 1st, you're up almost, you know, 40 cents in the stock. Actually, about 50 cents to be honest with you since February 1st. So let me see.
So it's a slow gainer, set and hold kind of thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be a little bit patient. But again, you know, it's a biotech play, pharma play. You got to find out what they're doing and where they are in the process in terms of either preclinical data that could be released or any kind of
detective.
Right. That's the only thing about biotech, man.
I remember this, or those guys from.
Biotech is okay. Biotech is okay, but again, I'm bored with the idea that it's you know, they're just too slow, man. And you've got to be able to find out what's going on in the stock and, you know, where they are in the process in terms of news. You know? Okay. Something happened? Okay, I lost you guys for a second. All right. Oh, okay. All right, I'm here. AMRN, you say announcing 4-quarter earnings tomorrow. AMRN, Amarin Corp, 343. Let me see here. Prolix, 4-quarter earnings. Hey, Prolix, is it going to be tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon? All right, so Prolix letting you know that AMRN is going to be announcing earnings. And earnings plays, you know, you're just curious whether or not it'll be a morning thing or an afternoon thing. You know, it is a penny stock trading at 343. Obviously, if they kill it, then it could possibly be some gains. You know, because you guys know the penny plays that kill it on earnings tend to do very well intraday. But sometimes they don't do anything. And I've seen stocks that literally post up $1 in earnings and not do a damn thing. I'm sure we've all seen that. Okay. Well, yeah, we do know Dries is a joke, but at the end of the day, if there's money to be made, there's money to be made. And as you can see here, Dries $1.87 right now. $1.87, which is where it closed at. But dries right now after hours, where are we at? Where are we at right now after hours on dries? Let's see. And if I pull up dries as level 2, we're at $2. We're at $2 right now after hours on dries. With it's interesting because if you pull up the time in sales at 1959.56, there was a 10,000 share buy at 1959.56, or it could be a sell. Who knows? But anyway, somebody possibly a sell. I think maybe that could have been a sell. But I do see a couple 5,000, 4,000, 2,000 share buys that late. Nope, I don't think it's going to be another reverse split. It's going to be another situation that how it took off the first time, where, you know, after that incredible run, it bled to death like it did, and it has been since the 17th, and which hasn't been too long ago, but it could possibly run. We'll see. We will see. All right. But I know some of you guys have missed drives a couple times now. Take the chance. Take the chance, especially if it runs the first day, because you know dries it tends to be a multiple day situation. Dries tends to be a multiple day situation where, you know, it'll do something the first day, right? And it won't be like incredible. It'll be like maybe 20 or 30%, and then the days after, that's where the huge runs come in. But let's actually get confirmation of a run. Bovash, yeah, I saw you brought up that ticker in the Discord room. What do you like about it, man? It's a OTC biotech play. Hey, David, we got David from Investors Hangout in the building. I saw you bring that out in the Discord room. Yeah, I like the setup. I like the setup, Bovash. I like the setup too. And thank you again to Bovash for bringing that up. PVCT. Thank you for bringing that up, sir. Yeah, coming off a very long downtrend. I mean, this thing has been beat to death. Beat to death. Very oversold. We got Sheep Wolf in the building. What's going on, Sheep Wolf? And Sheep Wolf, if you got a play for this week, let me know what it is. Give us a call, man. All right. Yeah, because I did see BTCS running very aggressively. What was that BT stock? That was BTSC, right? BTSC? Yeah, BTSC was one that we looked at last week. BTCS is not the one that I was thinking about. And BTCS is interesting because BTCS was actually up for the day, but it closed down. I think maybe late day selling. But BTSC, Bitcoin Services Incorporated, that had very good last 2 weeks for BTSC. Slight gain today for the stock. Slight gain today for the stock. All right, GAHC, Global Arena Holdings. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was a beautiful chart, Sheep Wolf. That was indeed a very beautiful chart, as we can look at from the beginning of February. From the beginning of February in GAHC, we can see from the beginning of February, very impressive run for the stock. Now the stock has pulled back these last 2 days. The stock has pulled back these last 2 days, but still maintained incredible volume, and you might be getting it at a discount here. You might be getting it at a discount here. Okay, what's going on with my connection, man? What's going on with my connection? 601, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Hey, who am I speaking with?
This is John from Florida.
All right, John, what you got for us?
Yeah, I wanted to run something by you again. I had called in a few shows back about the Snapchat, just putting some money into Snapchat.
Oh,
and,
yes. Okay. Go ahead. What did you decide to do, man?
Well, basically from what you and Mr. Lord had told me, I had kind of made up my mind not to do it. But I was thinking about something, and you can let me know. I want you to let me know if this is a good idea, or even if I can even do this. What I was thinking about is going ahead and put the money in there, but then buying a put option to kind of protect myself. With let's say if it comes out about $15, and then I put a put option strike price in there for about $13. So if it drops too low, then they'll give me some insurance to be able to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that? Investing the $7,000 and then putting that put option in there to protect myself.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see that being a bad idea. That's actually an option strategy. I can't remember what the name is. I know somebody in the chat room will bring it up. But yeah, man, that sounds like a good idea. You know, I wouldn't go too heavy on the put strategy because I don't see it going down with all the hype that it has, behind it.
Oh, you don't see it going? You don't see it going down?
I don't know for the first couple of weeks that I see the stock going down. I mean, Snapchat is a mobile app. A lot of people are excited about that technology right now. I mean, that's with the whole idea right now. Everybody's got access to the ability to invest now with these new apps, and everybody's going to want a piece of that, from the time-tested investor to the guy who just got a Robinhood. He's going to want a piece of that. So I don't know if for the first couple of weeks you're going to be down like that. So
okay, because I did do some more research on it. Comes to find out, which you probably already know about it, but actually Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, he's a heavy investor. He's actually has come out in the public and says that he's going to back Snap and actually buy shares.
Okay.
And they also put information out saying that they're going to put a lock on some of the shares that the investors bought, because most of the investors, they're probably going to sell them. But they put a lock on, I think it was 50 million or something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but some of the investors are not going to be able to sell for a solid year.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it looks like, there's a downside to it. I mean, obviously they was trying to figure out how exactly they're going to appeal the app, because it only appeals to a certain age group right now. And they were saying that it doesn't really work on those cheaper telephones, like maybe like an iPhone 7 or something like that. It works fine, but you get some of those cheaper telephones, then the application really doesn't work. So they also looking into making that application work on those cheaper telephones, which would also increase the people that it draws into. But I think mainly the main drawback was all the money they had lost in the past, because it was 3 people who originally invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
They had to push one guy out, and they had to give him $157 million to make him go away, and then the audience that it appeals to. So there are some drawbacks to it, but it looks like there's some good things to it. I mean, and Mark Cuban, if he's back, because he's known to be a real smart businessman. I mean, if he's back, I think it might be some potential there.
Yeah,
So,
we'll see.
I mean,
We'll see. Again, man, it's not a stock that you're going to double your money on in 2 weeks. That's the only thing, for me. That's and it's just got some other things into it. But yeah, I think if you're looking for just a safe play to get some gains, why not? Why not, man? But I wouldn't keep it in there forever. I don't know about that. That kind of play. You'd have to do your research, see how it goes on for the next 6 months, a year, and if it looks like a Facebook stock, then sure, load up, man, load up.
So that put option strategy, you saying that's probably not necessary?
I don't know if that's necessary for the. I don't know if I wouldn't do that, because again, I don't see, unless some disaster. Obviously, always add some protection to your position. That's never a bad thing. I'll never say that's a bad thing to do, because you're going to be able to do it. And I don't know how much the options will be priced at or whatnot, but I'm sure there'll be options available for that stock. You'd have to find out whether or not they're liquid and figure that out. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing against putting up some protection on your investment, man.
Okay. All right. Thanks for your
Appreciate it,
advice, and thanks for taking my call.
Not a problem. Thank you. Yeah, not bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong with protection. That's I think it's called a covered call, right? I believe it's called a covered call, or covered put, something to that, or covered something like that. Not big into options, as you can tell. All right, not big into that, but I believe that's the strategy he's trying to employ. And going back to what Sheepwolf was talking about, GAHC, again, a stock that had an incredible two-week run that went from, God, what was that, double three to damn near almost 2 cents a share. Almost 2 cents a share, so that's a quick little 500% right there. Appreciate you for bringing that up, Sheepwolf. Thank you so much. EHOS, the eHouse company, right? Yep, that's the eHouse Global. What is the business of eHouse Global? I have seen eHouse Global a couple times in social media, but I'm not aware of what exactly they do. The company is pink, no information, but it is running right now. All right. They're saying they're in the marijuana business. They're in the marijuana business. So if somebody can update that. Oh, covered puts. Thank you, Trading Jedi. There it is. EHI's nice pump, no news. Okay. All right. So that reminds me of LBTG. If you guys remember, that was a stock we were really excited about last week. A gentleman called up and notified us it was running. And again, here was another situation, barely any operations, no news. It ran and came right back down today. We'll see what happens with that. 347, you're on the air.
What's good, Sal? How you doing?
Hey, Big Shaq, what's up, man?
What's up, man? Listen, I got a couple tickets for you tonight, but I'm going to give you my top 3, and if you want more, you can let me know, all right?
All right, go
I
ahead.
got maybe like 5 total. And just so you know, I don't know shit about these companies. I just go by the chart, all right? So,
Okay.
The first one is SGMO.
Okay, so 430 SGMO. This is NASDAQ, right? I think.
Yeah.
SGMO, Sangamo Therapeutics. Obviously, not 3 days in a row of gains here. Interesting because it did break out a weekly high. Okay.
If you check the daily, if it can get over 350, I think it has some leg all the way up to 5. I mean, right now it's at a pretty good spot. Like it's like right at that breakout level from like middle of the month from February.
Yeah.
But if it can get over that peak of around 440-ish, I think we can see some next room up. I was watching this today, and I didn't take a train on it because the volume was pretty low. But I mean, I think it could pick up a little bit more. But I like the daily chart on it. It looks pretty good. And if not, if it rejects that 450 level, I would look for a bounce play a couple weeks later in that 350 area.
Yeah, on the daily, you're just touching, well, you're close to the 200-day moving average. I saw that gap down back in June. So you're still in between the gap, but yeah, the 200-day is right above it. So it's got something to aim for up there, SGBO. All right.
Yeah. Next up is CNET.
All right, China Net Online.
This one, same thing with the. The SGMO. It had news today. It was something about a disease thing for the FDA, something like that. But it had something to back it up. That's why I'm a little more confident. That's what got my attention on it today. It had news and it was at a good breakout level, so I'm going to watch it. But same sort of thing that CNET. It's like a similar pattern. Today is kind of flat, but if you can get over like this 335, 340 level, similar situation, you can see it move up towards around like 150. I mean, this one's a little more of a swing if you plan on holding it. And same thing, if it rejects that, I'll look for a bounce in like the 120 area, in that type of area. But this one, more of like a swing type of play.
Yeah, the only thing that concerns me with this one is volume. And you think the volume is going to end up coming to this very, very low volume on this stock?
Yeah, it's pretty low volume. They haven't had any crazy news on long time. It's a Chinese company, so.
Okay.
And then I'll give you. Does this one have news? Give me a second. All right, CRBP.
CRBP, Corbis, all right, pharmaceuticals. All right. Looks like it's been running for the last 2 weeks here. All right, you almost got $3 worth of value already in the stock.
Yeah, this one's like same thing at that breakout level of around $9. If you can get over like $9.30. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a new press release coming out soon, because I think it was like maybe a week ago or something. They had something about trial data. Let me see. Yeah, preclinical data demonstrating blah 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 reduces inflammation. So they released some sort of press release, to have some sort of backing on it. But I mean, this one, if it can break over this level, I see room towards at least $10. So that might have some potential there.
Okay.
And I mean, I'll give you another one. There's CERU. This one I'm going to be keeping a close eye on tomorrow for some continuation.
Okay.
This one, yeah, this one's at like, this one's, it's closed at 136. I can see this moving at least up towards 150. And I mean, if not, I mean, it could be short if this is the peak right here. I mean, maybe it's going back down, but and that's really it for that for the most part. I mean, I have like a couple others. There's INNL. That one's in the pennies. I know some people here like trading that.
Yeah.
This one.
Nice volume today on that one.
Yeah, this one I kind of like. I really don't trade the pennies too much. It's just, it's not really my style per se. But I mean, this one, similar patterns to all the other ones. That breakout level, continuation up. I mean, it had some good volume today, like you said. But I mean, if we can get over that about 70-cent level, you can see some continuation. So I mean, out of those 5, one of them has to at least break out. So just keep a good eye on them. Maybe volume picks up a little bit once it gets over those certain levels.
Okay.
People have alerts on stuff like that. Companies like this, they like to send out press releases to kind of push it up. And I mean, and then I'll give you another one for the fuck of it. IMGN. This one had a really good day today.
Yeah,
you could
this
see
is
some
a
continuation for that.
very aggressive day on IMGN. Oh man, you got almost $1 in this in the last 3 days. Not bad.
Yeah, this one's pretty good. It has like that sort of U shape bringing back up. It had that big, what was it, like 3-4 day run back in the beginning of January, and it consolidated, and then it broke out like 2 days ago at that level of like 270. And it's just, one crazy day. Do they have news? No, they didn't, but the 17th, it was just a typical press release,
Okay.
Stuff like that. And, all right, and that's really it. I mean, at least 1 or 2 has to get above those breakout levels, so keep them on your watch list just in case, keep an eye on them.
All right, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for calling, Big Shaq.
No problem, man. All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, so those are Big Shaq's, and I know Big Shaq, plays the low float pennies, and some guys don't want to play the OTC stuff. There's some risk involved there. Some guys got a little bit more money they got to work with, or the money they can't risk it like that, so they will play these higher price stocks that can move very aggressively. Almost like an OTC. Obviously, they you won't see them putting up 200-300% over the course of a week and a half, but they can move too. They can move too. You can get your 30 to 40 pretty regularly in low float, small cap stocks. Obviously, the number one stock for these, number one website for these is lowfloat.com. Lowfloat.com, and you start doing your research from there and figuring out what can help you move. All right. I don't know if David's still in the chat room or not, but for OTCs, obviously sign up to investorshangout.com. Michael talked about if Connor had me in options. Yeah, I loved options when it was so easy when the SPY was just going in a straight line. And when it opens aggressively, I'll still buy some contracts, but that zigzagging and up and down, bro, I don't like that in options, because I've taken option positions when the stock goes up and you still lose money. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And Big Shaq, there you go, posting his tickers. AMMJ. Okay, so this one down, American Cannabis Group, down to 67 cents a share, off that stock's high last week of almost $1.05. You're at 76 cents. You had a lot of, well, just above some strong support there in AMMJ. All right, strong support there at AMMJ at the low 70s. So looks like a pretty low risk entry in AMMJ. Do some research on it. Yeah. Stock is still up after hours. What was that? HTGM? Yeah, HTGM. What? Hey, Africa, what was this about? I mean, this is a stock that had practically no volume, and all of a sudden today, almost 20 million. What is this about? And it hasn't seen those numbers in months. Very, very shady, man. Very, very shady in HTGM. Very, very, very shady. Well, I'll definitely give it the Yodo. Incredible gain for the stock. Incredible gain for the stock. Yeah, I seen a couple people brought up PPHM. And PPHM, I wasn't impressed with it last week, but I am impressed with the fact that it's keeping the momentum from the 17th. All right. Last week we saw it kind of slowly pulling back. A little bit of dissonance here with the volume, decreasing volume, but yet the stock is being able to maintain these prices. And, that's, some people can say that's not a good thing. That means, we have a real strong adjustment coming. You let me know what you see in it, though. 704, you're on the air.
Hey, man, this is Dominic Williams, man.
Hey, what's going on, Dominic?
Good. What do you think about any correlations with the CDC and any type of breakouts of diseases and or even with the allergy season coming up?
Oh yeah, man. Those have huge effects, man. I mean, I remember here. Many of you guys remember, we had Ebola stocks running. We had Zika virus stocks. I mean, yeah. Whenever there's a breakout of any kind of disease, whether it be here in America or internationally, trust me, there's a OTC company that will play off that in order to generate some interest in itself. So.
Yeah, what type of OTC stocks? Like, can you put one on the board?
Okay, let's see. OTC biotech plays, and somebody in the chat room can probably help me out with that too. Give me a ticker. But yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
Thanks.
All right, yeah, give me a ticker. An OTC biotech play that probably ran this summer, that we can kind of give them some idea that could run. For example, this isn't CDC connected. But OWCP right now, which is running off the idea that it's got a psoriasis disease or psoriasis cure that uses marijuana, which is absolutely ridiculous, but people are buying it. Let me see, CLRRB. Was this a Zika play this summer? All right. Okay. Yeah. This probably could qualify. This probably could qualify. Obviously, I'll probably find out what the news was on that one. Gene. Gene could definitely be one of them. Let me see here. PVCT, H-Box. Yeah, appreciate it. Everybody click the like button. Thank you, Trading Jedi. If you getting some good tickers out of this, press the like button. Yeah, I can't believe Ty Lopez is all over my fucking my fucking ads, man. I can't stand Ty Lopez, bro. He's a phony ass fake, everything rented type of motherfucker. Let me see here. Positive ID. Because sometimes it doesn't always have to be a pure biotech play. Sometimes PSID. PSID has done some things, but I don't think so. But ONCS. ONCS. But yeah, Dominic, just to answer your question, man, because sometimes it's hard to kind of pull up some of these old things. But yeah, we've had it here in those episodes where Zika and bird flu and all those kind of things, particularly Zika, because I started the show in June, and yes, so we went through the bird flu and Ebola situation this past summer, and yeah, they were OTC stocks that had tried to play on that news, all right. Yeah, I can't stand that guy, man. Everything rented, bro. Everything rented. He don't own that mansion, bro. He don't own that mansion at all. This guy is just simply renting, and he'll film like 20 or 30 videos at that like one time, and then like he uploads them, when he needs them. But he doesn't own that house. There are a ton of videos exposing that guy. There are tons of video. You know who's 100%, man? Gary V. You guys know who Gary V is? Gary V is certified, man. That dude right there, that guy's a certified. If you want to follow somebody on YouTube who's talking about hustling and getting it, you follow Gary V, man. Follow Gary V. Gary Vanderchuck. Other than that, there are a couple other guys there too that may not have the same energy. But I don't like Tai Lopez. He's not giving you any real information, man. He's not giving you any real information. He's not. He's not giving you anything you haven't really heard. He doesn't even really own like a real business like that. It's not like a real, he sells marketing courses, man. He's not out here trying to get, publicly traded. He's not out here trying to really kind of change the world on a different level. This dude sells marketing courses, bro. Selling you how to, this bullshit. It's bullshit. And eventually the real always gets exposed, man. The fakes, always get exposed. All right, let's get back to these tickers, man. Let's get back to these tickers. Yeah, we just talked about Dries, man. Dries is the one to watch tomorrow, among others. Among others, you got to watch Dries tomorrow based on what it's doing after hours. Because after hours sentiment has always been a little bit of a yellow flag to pay attention to what Dries is doing. Okay? Yeah. Well, the thing about it is that the market doesn't, you got to understand, man, you're facing other investors. They don't care. They just want profits. They don't care. They don't really care about the company. MCOAs. Ooh, that's a classic, man. What's going on with MCOA? We haven't checked on MCOA in a while, but like many other marijuana plays, it is getting beat up. As you can see here, we had that show, what's going on with marijuana stocks, and sure enough, since, Thursday, when Sean Spicer came out and said that the Trump administration was going to get tough on marijuana, the market is overreacting. They're overreacting right now. All right. APRI was one we looked at last week. It was on our list last week. Unfortunately, disappointing us on the 23rd and 24th. 2% gain today. We'll see what APRI can do. It has been a runner in the past based on some aggressive moves, but APRI really hasn't done anything extraordinary lately, but we'll keep watching it. 951, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, Sal? What's up, everybody in the room? Yeah, let me turn it real quick. Yeah, I was looking at a couple of tickers that I had questions about. One of them was GMER.
GMER. Good gaming. Okay, GMER. Let's look at a little bit more about this one. Okay, OTC Pink. Current. All right, volume was pretty high. This is a triple 3 stock. Definitely have to check whether or not that float is probably not right here on OTC Markets. So you might have to find the float on Yahoo. Majority owned. What is it? Good Game is the leading cash tournament gaming platform, targeting esports players and participants worldwide. All right. Nice looking website. All right.
Yeah, I didn't do any research on it. I've just been looking at the charts and running those.
Yeah.
Doing the research is my next thing I need to know how to do very well.
Yeah, you can find anything you want to know about these OTC stocks at OTCmarkets.com. I see the Twitter page is pretty active. A lot of followers. Okay, not bad. Good Gaming Incorporated. Okay, so they definitely look like they're active. They're doing business. Got to find out why they trade at the triples. I see that they're not. The stock isn't heavily bought. I mean, only 24 million shares traded at 0003. It's done some things in the past. Again, this company's called Good Gaming. Ticker is GMER. So it's definitely ran in the past. I like where it's at, man. I like where it's sitting at right now at 0003.
Yeah, taking a look at it, and I see last, I think it was May, it kind of took off and did something. Yeah, May. So I was thinking, it's coming around that season again. Around November, it had a nice spike. So maybe it has something to do with Christmas and summer,
Yeah, let me look at the time and sales today for the orders. Okay, so I do see some big buys that came in today, particularly after 10:20. You see a couple 2 million, 3 million. Okay, so interesting big buys today at the triples. You got some people there at 0002s. Okay. All right. Okay. So all right. So interesting, man. Appreciate that ticker. We'll definitely hold on to it. What else you got for us?
Definitely. One more. I was looking at ASTI. I don't know if you already said that or not, but
yeah, ASTI has been a funny stock because I'm not. If some of you guys might remember, but it ran. I want to say this is a former. Let me see here. ASTI. Was this ever on the NASDAQ or something to that effect? I don't know why. I remember seeing ASTI on biggest gainer list, and it would have like 900% or something to that, or maybe it was something else. But ASTI 0030, 3% gain today. Yeah, this is one that is regularly pumped pretty often. Let me see here. In fact, let me see if I can pull up a recent email on it. On ASTI. And promotionstocksecrets.com. All right, but this is from March. So it's been a while. Okay. So it's been a while. And if I go back to March, can I even go back that far? Not right now. Okay. But yeah, it looks like the volume is going quiet. As you can see here, you had a huge move back in January in the stock. But for the most part, it looks like volume has gotten really quiet until recently. These last 4 days or so, the stock's picked up since the 002s. And now you're at 003 in ASTI. So definitely one to watch, man.
All right, so I appreciate it, man. This is muddy, so I wanted to say, thank you for all you do, all the information y'all providing there, Dave, and everybody else. So,
appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the call. Yeah, okay, ASTI. Well, yeah, I thought ASTI was on the NASDAQ. I thought so because I would see it, doing ridiculous numbers when it was on the NASDAQ. 206, you're on the air.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Happy Monday, man.
Mr.
Damn.
Lloyd, what's up with you, man?
Oh, man, I'm set back and relaxed today. One guy, and forgive me, I forgot the name, who called the HTGM out this morning, the Momo play.
Yeah, so that was actually one of the biggest gainer on the stocks, on the markets today. Actually, the biggest gainer on the market today, HTGM. I mean, tell me about this, Mr. Lloyd. What do you think about it, man?
I got, and actually, it's not healthy. It wasn't a healthy play for me to get in this morning because I was at work. But however, I did see the chart. I got in when it flagged. Actually, I'm cooking right now, man. So,
go ahead.
But I got in when it flagged, or actually I got in when it went up, and I caught it as it went back. I got in, I'd say at the top, then it flagged down, and then it came back up again, and it went back down. So, it was good to watch the pattern, you know what I'm saying? Because as far as a day trader standpoint, I knew when to get in and get out, but I just used whatever Robinhood money I had in there and just threw it all at it and just see what happens. And right now, I think I'm up like $80.
Oh, wow.
So I could have took profits. However, I just want to see how far it goes. It looks like the chart still looks healthy. I didn't. I think at this point I didn't have any emotions to it because when I saw it pull back. So I think with a lot of these guys are talking about, well, I got scared. Well, if I think with the knowledge of knowing what flag patterns look like, and when things were setting up, I knew that we were good to go. So unfortunately, since we are in new territory, I can't say how far it's going to go.
Sure.
But I will stay in the trade until I start seeing mini dojis at the top, and then I'll just I'll just pull out my money. But right now, here's the crossroads. I'm up $80. Do I take profits? Is it greed in my mind to say, hey, is $80 sufficient enough for you? I'm contemplating, but it looks good, man. And to me, I'm just in this just to kind of play around and see how things work. You know what I'm saying? As far as test your knowledge out. You got to play live. You can paper trade all day.
Right.
So,
hey, Mr. Lloyd, what time did you scan for that stock? Do you do market scans in the morning, or do you kind of just whenever you just?
No. One guy called it out on Discord, and I was on my way to work, and I said, shit, it's been a long time since I put something in with Robinhood. I said, let me go ahead and give it a shot and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I just took a quick glance at the chart. I probably bought at the top, but I knew, with the amount of volume that was pushing it, I knew it was going to keep going up. But as far as a new guy getting in, they probably would have got scared, like, oh my gosh, it's dropping. Let me go ahead and pull out. And the next thing you know, actually did. I got in at 286. It pulled back to 260, something like that, 260, 250. And then it went all the way up to 310. So it was just a perfect flag, man. It was just beautiful. However, if I was 6 months ago, I probably would have got scared and just took my money out and been pissed because I got in out of a trade that was unnecessary. So meanwhile, while I'm waiting on Robinhood, I'm my other TD account. I'm waiting on my day trades to clear. I don't want to play any options until those day trades clear because just in case it goes against me, I don't want to lock my account up for 90 days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So other than that, man, I still think it's a good play right now. I hate going to stock twists because they'll try to scare you out of your shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the shorts is taking over, or vice versa. The bulls are going to die, and you just don't never know. But if you really trust your instincts with the charts, then you don't have to depend on other people's comments. So, other than that, man, that's the only play that I have on my mind this morning as far as HTGM. I'm hoping I may pick up some OWCP, man, if it drops far enough, because we've been talking about OWCP since the show started, and what goes down must go back up again.
Sure.
So we'll see what happens. Ain't no sense of getting disappointed about it, because you've been doing this for so long. You know that shit's gonna go back up.
Hell yeah, man. That's the thing, man. That's why we have people call up with these stocks that are down right now, or these stocks that aren't doing shit but have done shit in the past. Just with some little bit of patience, we know we're gonna get back up there, man. So we'll see what happens.
And here's the thing, man. If somebody has some negativity about a stock, or because it's not moving after somebody calls it out, well, then you call and give me a play that's going to move when you think it or know it's going to move.
Yeah.
Because I still don't have that ability to say, hey, this shit's going to go 500% tomorrow. So if you guys got something to say negatively about a stock that's been given here, give me something so I can see what you're picking, because obviously I must be doing something wrong if you know what stock is going to move up. So anyways, man, that's just my little vent for the day.
No, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Ain't no problem. And you guys have a good one, man. I'll see you tomorrow on the battlefield, and hopefully we get some shit moving up tomorrow.
Yes, indeed, man. Thank you, Mr.
All right, now
Lloyd.
have a good day.
All right, yeah. I mean, today was kind of was a. I mean, besides the gainers of the day, it really wasn't much going on, and that's kind of started off the show a little irritated. And again, thank you, Mr. Lloyd, for the call. Because I hate red days, man. I hate red days. I want to make money, and preferably every single day. But I do feel good. Like Kenny Dutton just posted GIGL. I feel good for that, man, because that's something we've been watching here. I feel good about that. And I feel good about the future of these marijuana plays. All right, marijuana medical play going to be the Toronto Exchange. Rich Live TV. Let's see, PRMCF. PRM, let me see here, PRMCF. All right, so for whatever reason, okay, so it's not, let me see, put up trading view on the other one, PRMCF. All right, so yeah, it's not showing up on the other chart, but I do see here on my other one. Let me see here. You guys probably can't see it on this one. All right, PRMCF. Okay, all right, PRMCF. All right, so this is a lot more expensive though. A lot more expensive. All right, so $2, $3 play. It's already ran pretty aggressively too, though. Also ran, but yeah, Rich Live, appreciate it though, man. On the Toronto Exchange. All right, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, Mark, I've heard a lot about a possible cannabis ETF. We talked about that quite a bit. We talked about that quite a bit. What's going on, Bats? I heard somebody in the chat room bring up a lithium play. We've had a few lithium plays here. LITH is one of my favorite. It's had relatively very good days here on LITH. 586, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Mark. Hi, sir. It's fun.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
I just read that there's a cannabis ETF coming to the market soon.
Yeah, that's we talked about that a little last week. I'm not sure again, how that will be traded. Whether it be, I doubt it'd be on the OTC side, so it'd have to be in the larger exchanges. I think right now it's talk, so we'll see how promising that could be, man. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have a question. Is there any lithium company, penny stock lithium company that it has a potential? I want to take your brain and the other people watching your show about the lithium, and that's all about it.
Yeah, right.
I believe,
my favorite is
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my favorite is LITH, but I know there are other lithium plays out there. I hate the fact that OTC Markets changed the screener, so now it's harder to find those. I don't know. Is Mark from Investors Hangout? He's probably not in the chat room anymore. But I know some of you guys in here might have. Let me see off the top of my head here. Let me see.
I know about LEXG. That's lithium.
LEXG. Yeah, LEXG is one of them. But I know there's some other ones out there, like maybe American Lithium or something to that. Let me see. I'm gonna find, because I know there's a lot more plays than that.
Because we have to chase a growing industry to
LTUM.
That's so important.
LTUM.
LTUM.
LTUM lithium. LTUM. That is LTUM is another one. What else do we have here? Got a couple foreign companies. I'm not a big fan of those. Of course, we got LITH already. All right, so this is a foreign one, but I don't think the volume is here. LIXXF. Man, it's a little high. It's a little high too. I know you guys like to be under $1.
Yeah. Exactly.
Lithium Energy Products, NHRIF. This one is at, okay, this has basically no volume though. NHRIF, Lithium Energy Products. Obviously, now that I put it out there, it's going to start running. Watch. but NHRIF, that's another lithium play. No volume on that one though. Recently, it looks like it hasn't been any recently at all.
Okay, I'm gonna check LTUM.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it
LTUM
now.
and
Okay.
all that. Appreciate it, Mark.
Okay, thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everybody wants to jump on the new stuff. Mag, you said those are lithium plays. Okay. URRE. Okay, I wouldn't. Uranium. Okay, I would consider that. Definitely gives you some access to that. URRE. Appreciate that. DNN. Denson Mines as well. 70 cents a share. And thank you, Mag, for that. Those are plays that you can, of course, also buy on the, for those of you guys who use Robinhood. PSID. Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with PSID, but PSID is getting shitted on, dude. It's getting diluted like hell. Somebody in the chat room asked me when my next triple alert is going to be, when I find a good one that people can make some money on. And, that could be as soon as this week or next week, but it's going to have to be something that's got some operation, some things that's got, some promising things ahead, and then we'll see, man. Something that can make people some money, Right now, really disappointed with what's going on with marijuana, because I thought that would be a lot, we'd be seeing some rebound here soon in marijuana, but we'll see. HEMP, 3% gain today in the stock. AVLIF. Okay, VLI. Oh, okay. AVLIF. All right, so, oh man, this is interesting. I don't know why some of these plays it doesn't pull up, but obviously TradingView is all over it. So I switched over to because I love the zoom, and then sure enough, AVLIF. What was that? AVLI. Okay, AVLIF. There we go. So now, all these tickers that free stock charts won't pull up, all of a sudden, this company's pulling them up. TradingView. All right, but I love the zoom in free stock charts. That's the thing. I love the zoom there. And as you can see, I haven't even set up the screen for the chart, though, because I think this looks better. This looks like a lot better. Yeah, we talked about USEI, Bill Betts. Thank you for joining us, Bill Betts in the house. And 16% gain on the stock today. Look, they're buying those low triples on USEI. They're buying those low triples on USEI. The 200-day is acting like support. So USEI, I called it out at 0006. Got way overextended to I wasn't ever even thinking it would get that high. Just wanted people to take some positions and hold. And when it does reach those lower levels, of course, buy those triples at that level and wait for the run. Wait for the run. Yeah, wait for the run. All right, wait for the run. All right, it's the lowest current weed play in the market right now. Obviously, with weed down, there's really no downside to it right now because you're already at the triples. So you've got nothing but upside once Tim, the CEO, starts things, popping. As you can see, he's got the interview up there on YouTube. He's letting you guys know that things are coming with USEI. Also, hit him up. You can actually call the fucking company. He'll talk to you right on the phone. He'll talk to you right on the phone. He picks right up. So don't call up. The company just became current like a month ago. So check him out on OTC Markets. Go type in USEI, the phone number. You can type in the 10K if you want. It's all there, and it goes straight to him. All right. Appreciate it, man. USRM. Yeah, USRM is the US stem cells. U.S. Stem Cell Incorporated, incredible run. Look at that, man. And USRM, you think wheat stocks will be down all week? You think so, Parker Mills? I hope not. I really hope not, man. I really hope not. All right, but I know that sets us up for an incredible move in the future. But I really hope we're not down all week in marijuana. But yeah, somebody brought up USRM. Yeah, incredible run going on right now in USRM, and which is interesting because USRM, US Stem Cells, this is another stock that started at the triples, man. If you go to USRM right now is at what, 2 cents, 0.024, 0.024. Well, guess what? USRM, when was this? This was October 25th. October 25th of 2016. October 25th of 2016, which was what, 6 months ago. All right, the company was trading at 0008. At 0008. I don't know if my month on my math is right or not, but it just shows you the kind of gains that eventually do come. This is another one that people are like, oh, it's not doing anything, man. Fuck it, it's not doing anything. Now, several months later, and of course I got to do the math on the calculator because we got to see the kind of money we missed out on here. 0008, and now trading at 024. That's 2,900%. That's 2,900%, man. Shout out to everybody who's making that kind of money. If you're making that kind of money, please, here's a round of applause for you, man. Parker Mills, no, I didn't hear what Jeff Sessions said. I'll look it up. But that's why I don't like him, man. Again, we got too many old-ass people in government, man. That's why, I think, man, you cross 65, that should be the max, man. Because honestly, you bringing out old ideas, old ways of doing things. That's all there it is, man. Bunch of old men telling about us what to do. Do you guys know that Sony and some other company, I believe it was RCA, actually took someone to went as high as the Supreme Court, right? And the Supreme Court voted narrowly 4-3 to allow individuals to be able to record television programs from their VCR. They literally tried to get the VCR banned because they were saying that television programs that are streamed live, well, actually at the time weren't streamed, but shown live, that the actual recording was theft. That recording and actual was theft. So we were one vote away from the VCR literally being outlawed. Can you imagine if we didn't have the VCR? So you got to understand, we live in a country today where people are actively trying to stop us from moving forward. And marijuana is the next big thing. The next big thing, man. They know it's the next big thing. And here we have some 72, 73-year-old man, I don't know how old Jeff Sessions is, but I believe he's probably over the age of 60, fucking it up for everybody out there who's looking for a way to make some money, a way to be involved in life-changing medicine, way to be involved, and fucking it up for everybody, man. For the future of this country. This is America. We got to be on the ball with this. Canada's done it. They're on their way. And here we have a government that is stopping it. It's crazy. That's what I've always believed, man. Government is the problem. Limited government, my ass. These people, conservatives, liberals, are all full of shit. Both of them. All full of shit. You said, Kenny, that's why you keep buying weed stocks. Yeah, well, I hope the best, man. But we can't deny the fact that we got somebody in power right now who's anti-progress, anti-capitalist, man. It's not about the free hand of the market. He's out here trying to create ways to stop world growth and I don't want jobs where people make LCD monitors, man. Send that to a motherfucker in China, bro. I don't want those kind of jobs. Nobody that I know wants to make iPhones. You guys remember a couple weeks ago they were talking about making iPhones in America? Nobody wants to make iPhones. Do you want that job? If you want to be paid $8.50 an hour, because that's probably what they'll pay you to make an iPhone up the street from where you live, press 1. I don't want that fucking job. All right. Nah, man. Let's not go, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Shout out to David from Investors Hangout. I just want government to get out the way of business. Get rid of the PDT rule. Fuck it. Get rid of the SEC. Shit. All right, man. All right, let's go back to HGG. Double H Greg. Double H Greg or HH Greg, excuse me, HH Greg. HH Greg. And let me see here. HH Greg? Yeah, that's HH Greg. Thank you. And HH Greg. All right, so this is like that Rent-A-Center type company, right? This is that Rent-A-Center type company. And I've said this several times. They're in financial constraints, man. I think they're going out of business, bro. He said there's a issue with recreational MJ. Well, I mean, what's the problem with recreational MJ? That kind of goes back to the whole, again, government telling you what's in your best interest. That's ridiculous. That's not government's job. That is not government's job. They honestly shouldn't even be in a public school business. If we really want to be honest with it, they shouldn't even be in that occupation. But that might be a little bit too extreme for some people. But again, they shouldn't be telling me what I want to put in my body. You see what I'm saying? They shouldn't be telling me what I want to put in my body. All right. HH Greg, as I said, man, HH Greg, that's a company that's, in financial constraints. It reminds me, if you guys remember, of that NASDAQ restaurant. It traded on the NASDAQ for a while. It was called Cousy. You guys remember that? Cousy was C-O-S-I. And they were a restaurant that was kind of like Panera Bread. They still trade, by the way. Damn, I didn't even know they still trade. COSIQ. COSIQ. Okay. Yeah, they went bankrupt. This is where I see HH Greg going. I didn't know they still fucking trade. Yeah, they got delisted. As you can see, this is what happened here. It was right here back in December. It was a dead cat bounce, and then it started running. And the guy who called up today, Penny Hat Stocks, I think he had went heavy on this, and unfortunately it didn't work out. But COSIQ is where it trades at now. All right. COSIQ. Daniel Smith, thank you for the donation, Daniel. Daniel Smith, I appreciate you so much for the donation, Daniel Smith. Appreciate that, man. HH Greg, HH Greg is the one to be about to go out of business. Yeah, that was Cousy. All right. All right, so how about this? Somebody give me a stock tomorrow besides dries and HTGB or whatever, the one that ran 100 and something percent, that's going to be up tomorrow. I mean, certified green, double digit green, whether it be OTC or NASDAQ. I want somebody to give me a ticker that Sal, this is going to be green tomorrow. It's right there in the description box. Donate to the show, paypal.me/good karma. And I think I actually spelled karma wrong because karma actually starts with KARMA, and I put a fucking H on there. What the fuck? LVV. Okay, Livewire, Aerogenics. Okay. Got a couple people saying LLVV. Okay. All right. NVAX was the one that dropped off recently. That had the here it is right there. What makes you think that will run? Although, yeah, very impressive day today on NVAX. AMD, yeah, that's a safe play. AMD, that's a safe play. You can say that can run tomorrow. All right. Double digit gain. Trading Jedi and Myos. All right. And those of you guys too, write these tickers down. If you're watching us, write these tickers down, man. You can do some research on these and see if you can get yourself in tomorrow on some gains. What do these traders know about these tickers that they would say this is going to be up tomorrow? Ooh, I like LightPath. LPTH does look very nice. LPTH does look very nice, Bovash. All right, one caller here. 503, what's up?
Is this a good number?
What do you mean if this is a good number? You're live on the show.
Is this Saul?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, hey, I've just been trying to find out how to get your newsletter. I couldn't get it on my I went to your website, but I couldn't download your material.
Oh, yeah, you actually have to sign up and give me your email address, and it should pop up. There should be a box where you put in your email address.
I put my email address in there, but it kicked it back. It said wasn't a legitimate email address. And so I guess maybe I have to get another one. But I've had this one for years, though.
No, okay. I mean, I can add you manually. Do you have a pen and paper with you right now?
I do.
Okay, so write down my email address. It's happy.
All right.
Happy Penny Stocks.
That's where I went to.
No. happypennystocks@gmail.com. Because I want you to email me.
Okay.
Yeah, just email me.
Gmail.
Yeah, happypennystocks@gmail.com. Just say, hey, Sal, add me to your mailing list, and I'll add you in there manually for whatever reason. I don't know why it's having an issue with you.
I think I'm going to go ahead and get me a Gmail account also.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Right.
So if you do that, then get the Gmail account, then email me, and I'll add that new Gmail account to your mailing list.
Yeah, I was looking at a few of these MJ stocks to put a little money in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what stocks were you looking at?
I was looking at CAGI, CBIS, POTN, Sing, Hemp.
Okay. All right. Some good plays.
Giggle.
Okay.
MJNA.
Oh, you going heavy. You going heavy in all of these, huh?
Huh?
I say you going into all of these, huh?
I got to pick. I got to decide on which one to do.
Okay, sure, of course.
Yeah, because I choose you to be my mentor. Of course, I'm a much older man than you are. I'm 77 years old, but I've been trying to learn how to do this thing for a while, and I've just been bumping my head. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Well, I really appreciate those kind words, and I really appreciate you so much for watching. So, yeah, I mean, you got so far a pretty good list. I mean, obviously, do your research and whatever makes you feel comfortable. Obviously, I have no reason to tell you. Probably only put in what you can, afford to manage. And I wish you the best moving forward with whatever it is you choose.
Yeah, I think it's going to look pretty good. What did I get today? I got a couple 200,000 shares of I forget the name of it now, but anyway, I can't go to it.
Was it a marijuana stock?
Yeah.
But you don't remember what it was?
It was trading at 777. We were trading at triple six, and then it went up to 777. So I bought it at 777.
Okay, so probably you were talking about USEI maybe, which is unless it was something else. I don't know of any other trip marijuana play. But that, if you're into that one, that's not a bad. That's a pretty good one to be in for a while. So that's pretty good at that price.
Come to think of it, that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Yeah, that's not bad, and that's a good one to be in at these levels. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think that's not a bad call at all. So.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and send you an email.
All right. Appreciate it. I'll be waiting for it, man. Thank you so much, sir, for watching me. I really, really appreciate you watching, and thank you for calling.
I was really surprised to get you online because I called this number before and didn't get an answer. So I said, well, I'll try it again.
Yeah, I get busy during the show, but again, call back anytime. If he doesn't work the first time, try again.
Yeah, you got a nice presentation. I like that. And,
Appreciate it.
I'll be back at you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Be back at you for sure.
Yes, sir.
And thanks a lot.
Thank you
for doing what you do.
I appreciate
All
that.
right.
Thank you, sir.
All right, young man. Take care now. Talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. So appreciate him for watching. And man, I don't know what to say, man. To say a man of someone's my grandfather's age watching me, and I really appreciate it, man. I just love this stuff. I love these stocks. I love what I do, and to have the people who actually are willing to watch it with me, man. I'm just so grateful. You guys know that. I'm OG respect. Yeah, little Cadillac. Yeah, OG respect. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Let's definitely drive one of DJ Clues' bombs for the sir. Yes, sir. Boom. Let me drive one more too. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right. Okay, so I mean, you guys put out some pretty good tickers. For the question I had asked. I think Dries and what ran today was too easy. KOTV, 2.9 million shares. KOTV, write that down to somebody. Oh, okay, well, that's not bad. That volume out of nowhere. On KOTV, like somebody knows something we don't know. Yeah. Yeah, he had a good list of stocks too. I like the fact that he went into USEI, which is a relatively safe bet at those levels at the 0006 and 7, and he's in at 0006. CITX at 98 cents a share. Solid green day today. Otherwise, relatively bearish action since the 8th. Hiowa, you're gonna have to let me know what you see in this one, man. I don't see it yet. We'll see if we get confirmation tomorrow. Because as you can see here, we had lower than average volume. But we still were able to eke out a 7% gain. So the sellers just weren't there today in the stock. So. Really interesting. Yeah, Mark is all excited about Rocky Mountain High Brands. Mark and his Rocky Mountain High Brands. Yeah, Mark, this week is a very important week for Rocky Mountain High Brands, as you said earlier in the show yourself. It's a very, very important week. We'll see what happens. All right, let's wrap up a few more tickers before I know I got to get you guys out of here. West Coast people, I know you're still early in the evening. I know West Coast people, they can stay up until 4 o'clock my end. But I'm going to get these East Coast people to bed here in just a minute. CDTI, Diesel Technologies. Again, tomorrow is the speech with Trump. And I come on at 8:30. I guess it's supposed to start at 8. We might be able to, I might set something up where we can watch it together. And I'll make sure I don't talk over him. So I'll try to figure out how I can make that work. Or if I can't, then I'll do something where I come up after him. I don't mind doing that and having a late show, but I'm going to have a show tomorrow. We got to figure out something. Because I know that's going to make some defense plays run for the rest of the weekend, at least maybe for a week and a half as they play into that hype. New healthcare. Okay, Ryan gets it. What's up, Ryan? Been a minute since I heard from you. Yeah, new healthcare rules are coming. So yeah, that's going to play into it. Yeah, this whole budget fiasco and how it goes, they're going to be opportunities. These short-term opportunities, these short-term catalysts that you're going to be able to play to make yourself some money, especially when we're talking about the OTC side. All right? Yeah. Yeah, somebody talking about Remy Ma. Yeah, Nicki Minaj is finished. That whatever whatever that was that she just put out, man, she just needs to call up Safari and say, Safari, I forgive you. Please come back, because she needs somebody to write her some rhymes like ASAP. NDEV, NDEV, Novus Acquisition Development, NEDV, down 55%. Very bearish, man. Very bearish. Look for the bottom in that. It looks like it's about to test that bottom, which is about 44 cents. You're about 10 cents away and headed in that direction. So if you're looking for NDEV, you might be able to get it cheaper in the future here, or continue to watch for a bottom. All right. GLTA. All right, so GLTA, that's the one that Benny Lay you bring up, and I can't pull that up. I can't pull that up for whatever reason. AGTK, Agritech Holdings at 2 cents a share. All right. Was this this is not a marijuana play though. All right, this is not a marijuana play though. Down 2 cents a share, 6 million shares traded. What I like about AGTK though, I mean, it's got very loyal following though. Have you seen the volume? I mean, it's very regular. It started ever since October. You can see this pretty regular volume. Obviously, it's it's averaging a little bit lower than it was late last year, October, November. But you still got a lot of people in that, battling it out there. But obviously it has been losing value slowly but surely. But AGTK, medicinal marijuana space, same thing. All right, provides real estate management and health and wellness products through its wholly owned subsidiary, Agritech Venture Holdings. All right. Also, medical marijuana play as they state. All right. VRCI real quick, or VLR. Oh, VRCI. Verde Science at a penny a share. What does VRCI do? See, the thing about these OTC biotech plays, they're really, let me see here, first science play development, exploring various phytochemicals and drugs to create novel formulations. We are collaborating with world-class universities and pharmaceutical companies for our first research project of creating pharmaceutical formulations from cannabis, specifically to alleviate anxiety, depression, pain, migraines, glaucoma, and chemotherapy-induced nausea, as well as vomiting and many other issues. We believe that current medications for the above conditions reduce patient compliance due to high cost and various side effects. Our research and development program will focus on providing effective, low-cost options to improve the lives of patients struggling with such debilitating conditions. Okay. VRCI 0097 down 10%. Down 10%. Looks like it did some things back in January. Never heard of the company. Never heard of the company at all. Interesting. RSII is a pump. Rising India is a pump, but it's a winning pump. Thank you, Trucker. RSII is a pump, but it's a winning pump, man. RSII has been killing it, bro, since the triples. And here's another triple, by the way. RSII. That was another triple. That was another triple. You know? Again, I brought you guys that pipeline play. We talked about the defense stocks. Again, I want to thank you guys so much. We talked about so many tickers today. I mean, so many tickers today. Please press like. Please press like on this video right now if you got a ticker, or if you learned something tonight, or it's your first time here, you really like it, you're going to be back. Or if you've been here every single day and you're going to keep being here every single day, please press like on the video right now. I'll be back here. We're going to be having some really interesting discussion tomorrow with what Trump says. As you guys know, as OTC traders, we got to create a list of what you think are going to be moving. We already talked about it a little bit today. And what's going to be moving, we'll see. If we had some people call up and in the chat room mention that marijuana could get beat up all week this week. We'll see. Pot N is going to continue to hopefully do some good things. The company did announce or tell us that we should be expecting some news here tomorrow, as well as Wednesday and Thursday. So 3 days of news hopefully coming in Pot N. That's what they said. And I hope they definitely follow through on it. RSII, OWCP, is it CNBX? CNBX, is that the only one that's that the other one that's running? What's the other one that's running? Yeah, I think it's CNBX, right? With the $600 million market cap now. I mean, incredible moves right now in those pumps. And as I said, OWCP is a pump, CNBX is a pump, but they're doing big things. And if you can time it right, it is what it is, man. Get your money. Get your money. Okay? And just to leave you with something to think about, ladies and gentlemen, I know this isn't easy. I know, isn't sometimes you feel like you got it all right and it doesn't always go your way. But we know that we're here for the long term, so we don't take any unnecessary risk. We're always thinking about our future selves, counting on us today to make good decisions, right? So when you go into a trade, you always go in thinking about, okay, what will my future self think about me if I get this wrong? What impact does it have on me? So that's why you always want to go into your trades responsibly, knowing on that if it doesn't work out, then I always have tomorrow. And I have the day after that and the day after that. So I never ever want to put myself in a situation where my tomorrow self is mad at my today because I acted irresponsibly. You guys get what I'm trying to say? I hope we on the same level with that, man. So shout out to everybody who watches me in the chat room. Rose Avery, yeah, go ahead, man. Go ahead, email me that question. All right. Bad Scientist, thank you, man. All right. Yeah. Appreciate it, Bad Scientist. Thank you, Joel Flores, Kenny Dutton, Cadillac Mac, More Peace. Thank you to all the new people, all the people who don't chat in the chat room but just kind of watch the show. Shout out to you. I really appreciate it. Africa Emporium, thank you, sir. Trucker, thank you. I really appreciate it, Trucker. Mark M, Big Zini, Ish Stocks, Trader Marv, David. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you, man. Investors Hangout. If it wasn't for those guys, we probably wouldn't have a show. I'd probably still have streaming issues. Like, let's keep it 100, man. So shout out to David over at Investors Hangout. T-Man, thank you. Londell Carter, appreciate it, man. Penny Stock Guru, thank you. Billionaire Soon, John Z, Dominic Williams, Trader Trace, Trading Jedi, Henry Ramos, Tony Zayed. What's up, Tony Zayed? It's been a minute since I've seen you, man. So all those who were in the chat room, everybody who called up earlier, thank you so much. I will see you guys same place, same time tomorrow. Love you guys. Take care. Trade nice. Bye-bye.